On most cars, you'd want to be doing weight reduction. But with Land Rovers, we like a bit of weight addition. So today, we're going to be installing some tree sliders.
2 of them, to be exact.
Oh really? I thought we were just doing on one side.
No.
Oh okay, cool. Well, let's get on with it then.
Yeah. What we got here is tree sliders, which are meant to go beneath the car, beneath the door. And this is a 90 version. If you get, I've got a 110 Defender, you need to get a longer one for it to fit. And this is a tree slider, and there's also something called the rock slider. The difference between them is quite simple. The rock sliders haven't got this tube going out, extending out from the vehicle, where the rock sliders only got this bit here, which prevents it from hitting rocks beneath it and the side of it, where this additional tube makes it into a tree slider, where if you're gonna slip into a tree or drive into a tree with the side first, this is gonna protect your vehicle from the tree hitting the door, which is quite neat. And you can also use it to get in and out of the vehicle. Now, how they're gonna be mounted onto it is with this bolt here. Got to take a bolt out from beneath, just behind the front wheel, and I'm just gonna clamp this outside onto the chassis and just bolt it together. Very, very simple. You might have a bit of trouble if the bolts are rusty onto the car, rusted onto the chassis ring, but it shouldn't be too big of a problem. At this end here, this goes directly into the tube, which is connected into the chassis as well. As you can see, we've got this tube right here, which you slide directly in, and if needed, we have to see if it'll just fit in and just don't move, or if you need to put a hole through it and put a bolt through it, so it won't come out. But we'll have to see. It depends on how tight fit it is. So yeah, and exactly the same on the other side. So let's try.
The first job was to remove the current side skirts to make room for the much larger tree sliders. This required removing multiple bolts along the underside, and some were easier to get out than others.
Also right in the eye.
What?
I might sleep here.
I swear that is your most said phrase, is, oh I could sleep here.
Like if you live in Australia or something, somewhere nice, weather-wise, you won't be dealing with this.
Yeah, but this is what the weather's like in Australia in like June.
But they got like one season where it's raining, one season where it's not. We got one season where it's raining and one season where it's raining a lot. You won't have this kind of fun on a street car.
What, clearing out mud?
Yeah.
Once Nissa had finished complaining, we were able to pry off the side skirt. Using compressed air, we then made sure the holes for the sliders were free of dirt and potential obstructions. It still, however, turned out to be a tight fit, and Nissa decided to demonstrate this by impersonating the Cookie Monster.
Science.
Science.
Rubber mallet.
Yeah, get a rubber, that'll get it in there.
Yes.
And some lubricant. We got one of them in, you said you only wanted to do one.
We need to take it off again, and then we need to put some hammerite, or some kind of rust protection inside that tube. Because once you put this in, there's no way you're ever going to clean inside that tube again, so just use it as lubricant. And that should prevent it from rusting ever again.
as is always the way with Defenders, to make the mounting bracket fit, we had to do our own alterations. We then had to raise the car slightly to insert the new bolt close to the wheel arch, as it passed through 2 holes, one of which had the weight of the car acting down upon it.
That was one down. And now one to go. Oh, that was a practice one. Now we know what to do.
Yeah, it's a Land Rover, so the other side will have a completely different design from this side. So far all of the bolts on this side have been incredibly easy. In fact, we've got all of them out in the same time it took to do one on the other side. Which is interesting.
Get in there.
We encountered some larger problems on the left-hand side after one of the bolts decided to go halfway in and no further, in or out.
Still loose. Pretty much just got stuck in there, like seized in it. And you can spin it around with both your fingers on each side of it. As really, we do not know what happened. And you see the nut is there.
Which is too hot to touch.
Yeah, it like burns everything you put on or close to it.
Because of us trying to get it off just now.
Yeah. So we got this one out, now we're just going to make a new one of these, plug that through, and hopefully it just won't seize up again like this one did.
You know how we said that the first 4 bolts were really easy? Well, this was a good example of Sod's Law.
After removing the bolt, we did some more homemade bodge work.
Maybe because I was touching the positive wire at the same time I was holding on to the fridge itself.
All of violent.
And I light up.
So that was a 4-hour, half-an-hour job because it took a little bit longer than we were expecting. Just a little bit.
Tiny bit.
But that's always the way with these things. But the tree sliders are on now and they look awesome, and I think they're going to come in handy not only as tree sliders but also as steps, particularly if you're vertically challenged like myself. But anyway, that is the end of the modifications for the V8 for the time being, but there will no doubt be plenty more coming, and not only that but also for the TD5 and other projects we are working on, which we are not going to talk about for now, but there are other things happening in the background, as well as all the other stuff we do, and other surprises will pop up along the way. Like that.
Like that.
So, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content, and also check out the description for links to Facebook and other things where you can see Land Rover related stuff.
Yes.
And we will see you in the next video. Goodbye.